Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Pink Sweets with a 1 instead of an I. And today we're going to do our third installment of Whatever Happened to That Palette Wednesday, where we pull out a palette from our collection that we haven't used in a while, that we had to have when it came out, and then we just kind of forgot about it. Not because it wasn't good, not because we didn't love it, but because we are always looking for the next best thing. And I want to encourage people to pull out things that they've had in their collection that they should be using that they're not. So today we're going to do a palette which is called the Elvira Mistress of the Dark palette. It was a limited edition palette that was out for quite a while. I believe it's still available, and it's by Lunatick Cosmetic Labs. And this is the outside packaging. Absolutely stunning. I remember Elvira from, there was a TV station that used to play her show on the weekends. And when you open it up, I mean, it's like a candelabra, a spider web, and these are the shades. This is a very unique palette, so we're going to see what kind of look we can do with this today. But I love this palette. I love this brand. You guys know, or maybe you don't if you're new, that I use their contour book as well, which we're going to use today as well. Looks like this. It is a contour kit blush. You can use it for highlighting under the eyes if you're fair-skinned, bronzers, contour powders, everything. It's beautiful, and I cannot wait. I'm going to be getting the second one. And the Vampira palette. So that is on my list of things to get next. So that's what we're working with today. So let's get started. First things first. We're going to prime our eyes with our MAC paint stick. This is a white emollient base that I like to use when I'm going to be trying to get the most pigmentation out of an eyeshadow or do a vibrant eyeshadow look. I'm going to try not to look like Mimi from Drew Carey with this palette because it does kind of give me those vibes, but we shall see. Did you guys do anything fun last weekend or beginning of this week? Any plans for this coming weekend? I feel like it, well, I don't feel like it is. Wednesday is in the middle, right? So I can either ask you what you did last weekend or what you're doing this weekend. So if you have any plans, leave it in the comments below. I always like to hear from you guys. So we blended that out with our Real Techniques sponge. And I feel like I'm always losing something. Okay, we're going to go in with a different pencil for our brows today. We're going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Fine Wine, I think it's called. Yes, Fine Wine highliner. And I know it's an eyeliner, and most of the time we don't use eyeliners as brow pencils, or maybe we do, I don't know. But I think we can if we want to, and we want to today. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to take that. I'm just going to kind of map out my brows. Okay. It's going to be a little bit dramatic today, but that's all right. I haven't done my hair yet. I just brushed it back into a little bun to get it out of my face for doing my makeup. Sometimes I'm in the mood to wear my hair down for a tutorial and look cute, and sometimes I can't be bothered and I just want it out of my face. Today is I want it out of my face day. So those are very dramatic, I realize that. So we're going to go in with our little Morphe M213 brush. And we're just going to blend that out while we still can. This is an eyeliner that will definitely last. Once it dries, It is not moving. But I want my brows to be pretty dramatic today. It's not something I would normally do with them. You guys know that. And I've also mentioned a few times that I'm not a professional at doing my brows. That is something that I've set some goals for my channel to get better at certain things. Brows is one of them. Liquid liner is the other. I definitely think I've already gotten better at both. And I think I kind of like the dramatic brow look. My husband says I look like that meme when I do my brows sometimes with the chihuahua that has like the really dramatic brows drawn in. Thanks. So first we're going to go into our palette and we're going to use the Morphe M504. It's a very fluffy crease blender brush. And we're going to go into the shade Bone, which is this white shade. Makes sense, right? That is Bone, right? Yes. Yes, it is. So I'm just going to pack that on the brush. And we're going to today actually set the entire lid, crease, brow bone, everything with that shade. You may hear Sophie whining in the background instead of snoring today because she is a little ticked off. She was a bad little girl and she chewed up one of my socks, which she never does. It's crazy. But she did. I caught her with it in her mouth. I think she had assistance though, I'm going to be honest. But she's in her crate for just a few minutes while I film this video, and then I'm taking her on a walk. But for now, she is upset. So, and that is Jeffrey making that noise. Jeffrey, come here. So we're going to go in with this shade right here. It's a beautiful burgundy plum shade called Aunt Morgana. Both Jeffrey and Sophie are part Chihuahua, and they have narrow nasal passages, so when they get excited, which he's playing with his toys right now, sometimes they snort. I really like this shade. It's very, very pretty. And this palette comes with 5 eyeshadows and a blush, which can also be used as an eyeshadow. All of their powder products can be used for multi-purposes. That didn't make sense. You know what I mean, right? So, just going to build that up slowly. And then we're going to do the other eye. I think I want to go for a burgundy and red look today to match these brows. And I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but sometimes I like to drag out the eyeshadow so that I can easily wipe it away and create that like cat eye shape. So if you see it in the outer corner, that is why. And these eyeshadows are awesome. They have barely any fallout, which is nice. I mean, if an eyeshadow is pigmented and it has fallout, I don't mind. But if we can avoid it, let's do so. So I'm just letting you know that anything that you see that's not within the lines, that's because I put it there. So next we're going to go in with our Wet n Wild flat shader brush. Swirl that in my color switch. And we're going to go in with the shade Macabre, which is this red right here. And we're gonna, it's pigmented. We're just gonna put that all over the lid. I have a brush hair stuck to my eyeshadow primer. There we go. And blend that into that plum shade. Lunatic Cosmetics is very like a spooky themed makeup, I guess. They have a mystifying mattifying powder that's really cool. And the packaging is awesome. All their packaging is awesome. Because as you can tell, the palette is in a coffin shape. So that's what I call spooky themed. Which I love. You guys know I love scary movies. And I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. And I would like to start hearing from you guys. I know it's months and months away, but stuff like that takes planning. So if you guys have any ideas for any looks that you want me to do for Halloween, I plan on attempting to do 31 days of makeup tutorials in October. We'll see. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe R37. Clean that off too. I've done a few tutorials back to back, and I'm not going in with any product. I'm just blending out the edges. Kind of blending those shades together. Make it a little bit more seamless. Although I really do like harsh edges. That's just the way I like it. And that is who you're wearing makeup for, yourself. So don't let anybody tell you any different. We're going to go in with Unpleasant Dreams, which is this black shade right here. Same brush, the Morphe R37. And we're just going to put that on the outer V area. Over top of that plum shade. And then dip back into that plum shade. And put that a little bit over top of that black shade where it meets with the red to help blend it out. It's kind of cool. Do the same thing in the other eye. And there's hardly any kick up in the palette itself, too, which is nice. There's gonna be some dramatic eyes, you guys. Eyes, you guys. I just rhymed without meaning to. Sophie! And then we're gonna take that plum shade again and use it to help blend out the black. Okay. Wouldn't be one of my tutorials if I didn't draw the brush. So now we're gonna go in with a makeup wipe. I'm using the Almay Clear Complexion makeup wipes at the moment, the ones that I showed you that my husband got me. I ran out of my Neutrogena night calming ones, but I actually wasn't panicked because I really like these ones. So I'm going to keep using them. I have 2 packages of them. Next time I go to Walmart, or it's usually where it's the cheapest, I'll get the more Neutrogena ones just because I do love them. But I like these Almay ones as well. think he found the Elmy ones at Ross or Marshall. I don't remember. So before I sat down to film, I put on my Oil of Olay Fresh Effects Long Live Moisture Satin Finish Lotion. I like this moisturizer. It's very, very moisturizing, very hydrating. And I like using it if I've done a few makeup looks and I'm wiping off makeup, putting it on, wiping off makeup, putting it on, because I feel like it really does help, you know, rescue my skin from that. I'm going to try a foundation today that I've owned for a little while. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. When I think of makeup companies that I use a lot, Estee Lauder does not come to mind. But in the beauty community, as I'm sure you guys probably know, or maybe you don't, Estee Lauder is Double Wear. This foundation is very popular. And I have it in the shade Ecru 1 and 2, which is supposed to be one of the lightest shades. I don't know about that. I'm going to put just a little bit of my Fenty in there just to lighten it, but not enough to really change the consistency. Anytime that I have used the Estee Lauder Double Wear, I don't know, I haven't been crazy about it, but so many people are, and so I'm going to try to maybe use a little bit less today. I don't know. I feel like it goes cake on me very quick, so we shall see. I know you guys are thinking that's less. This is less. Maybe that's why it went cake on me. I don't know. Don't blame me. I love makeup. Lots of it. So I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk sponge, which is forever stained now. Actually, I have a brand new one that I need to start using because this one is on its last leg. When you put on makeup almost every day, sponges do that. So we're going to just blend this out. And I will try to let you guys know how it held up, whether I think that it is in fact the long-lasting product everyone says it is, or on me who has combination skin, if it's just, I don't know, cakey, I guess is the word I'm trying to use. See my skin up close. See, it always looks good in the beginning, but then I feel like lots of people are like, oh, it doesn't move, it doesn't budge, and on me, I feel like it usually slips and slides, but I tried to use a lot less today, just to give you guys an idea of how much foundation I think I need on my face. This is how much I have left on the back of my hand that I'm now going to waste, because I don't need that much foundation ever. But for some reason, I always over guesstimate the amount that I think I'm going to need, because I'm crazy. So we're going to go in with the Naked Skin Color Corrector in the color Pink from Urban Decay. For me, this is a good concealer shade. I like to use it. I like to go on the sides of my nose. That's where I have foundation move around sometimes. And I like to highlight certain areas. And I'm also going to go in with the Born This Way concealer from Too Faced. I'm in the shade Light. I wish they would have a shade Fair. Maybe they do now, but they didn't when I bought it. I'm not sure if they do now. I should look into that. I like this concealer. It's very hydrating. It's not like Shape Tape, which I do like Shape Tape. Don't get me wrong, but it can be drying under the eyes. And it's very full coverage, so. I'm also going to use a different kind of powder over top of the Estee Lauder Double Wear that I haven't used before. I'm going to use my Maybelline Better Skin Superstay powder, which is like a pressed powder, because normally I go in with a setting powder, like a loose setting powder, which I think might be a little bit too heavy on top of that foundation. I need a new concealer to try out, you guys, so please comment down below what you guys use. Maybe I'll give it a shot, let you know what I think. I want something easily accessible that is not super heavy. Doesn't have to be super full coverage, but you know, something nice. And I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to mix that. I'm going to take, for just under the eyes, I'm going to mix the Superstay foundation with this powder right here, which is the more yellow toned one of the two light ones. I'm going to put a little bit of that there too. And I'm going to set my under eyes with that. Oh yeah, that gives it a brightening effect. It's nice. I like that. So first the Maybelline, then the Lunatic Labs. And I usually just go in with my slightly wet beauty blender. And then I'll go in with a brush later to set the rest of my face. But I use this to set the areas that are going to possibly lose pigmentation, coverage, and have oils come through first, because it helps it meld better in. It helps it meld better in with the skin. Okay, I'm going to go in with my, you guessed it, my bronzer brush that I don't like for bronzer. I think I call it my something brush different in each video. It's my thing. Drag that down on the neck. Like, something smells good. It's that Oil of Olay lotion. It really smells good. It has a very familiar scent. I can't put my finger on it. I'm going to use the Lunatic Cosmetics contour book. I'm going to use a little of this shade and a little of that shade, which one of them is more of a blush, but on my skin tone, it's really good as a contour shade. It's like it kind of makes the brownish one more cool toned on my skin. I don't need to go in with any extra powder. These are very pigmented powders, by the way. So, don't need a lot. That's why this contour kit will last you for a long time. I'm going to go in with my Benefit bronzer brush and mix those two shades again. Go on my forehead, the parameters of my face. Kind of blend that out a little bit. Just a little bit on my nose. For me, I don't do any super heavy contouring. It's usually just to warm up my face so I'm not so pasty. Now I'm going in with the peachy blush shade right here from this contour kit. You guys know how much I love blush. Heavy, pigmented, rosy. I don't know why I just made that noise. Cheek look. I'm going to go back in with my Help Me Now brush. Kind of like that one. Then we are going to go on the lower lash line. So we need that palette again. Who knows what I've done with it. There it is. And we're going to go into this blue shade right here, which is called Beatitude. Haha, clever. And our MAC pencil brush. Put that in the lamp. Okay. And I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line. I had to use that blue in some way. Kind of wish I would have used it on the lid instead of the red, but that's okay. Could do that next time. Maybe it'll be another reason to use this palette. Right. I feel like I'm always like in my videos randomly. It's usually because I have a dog hair on me, and I vacuum every other day. So I don't know. Actually, oh gosh, okay, that shade has a little bit of fallout. But it's blue, so I mean, I'm actually going to take a little bit of it, see what, if I like it, in the inner corner, kind of over top of that red. Kind of tie it in, tie in the top and the bottom. I don't know. I don't know if I like what I just did, but we have no choice. Now we have to go with it. I think I thought it would pull a little bit more purple since red and blue make purple. But it is a very pigmented blue, so it kind of just stayed blue, but became a... Oh, no, actually, I kind of like that. That's kind of a cool look once you blend it out. Kind of adds to the mystery. I don't know what mystery it adds to, but we're going with it. I actually kind of think that looks better. Okay. I'm just going to take this blender brush and kind of make sure. I just whistled like the beaver from Lady and the Tramp. Make sure that, and I can never recreate it. Like, I want to whistle like the beaver from Lady and the Tramp. Did I just say the beaver? The beaver. But when I want to, I can't. And when I don't plan on it, it happens. Why are we talking about this? I'm just kidding. No, I really think that looks cool. I like it. We're going on with this Lancome Black Noir Liner. They're Absolute Liner. I love these liners. They last forever. They're huge. And I usually sharpen all of my eyeliner pencils. I know I'm crazy. Probably once a week so that they remain sanitized. And if I'm going to use it, I usually sharpen it again because I don't want to sty. Because then I can't do my makeup for a few days. Plus, nobody wants to sty. No, I almost said not going to lie. No, I'm not going to rhyme like that. Okay. Then we're going to take Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is already starting to get clumpy. I think I'm going to order the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. That one has lasted the longest. And I only had the mini one. So, now I'm going to hope and pray we don't get any on our face, which we already did. See, okay. So this is what I'm talking about. I can see texture on my face that normally isn't there. And that's what that foundation does to my skin. Now granted, I haven't sprayed any setting spray that melts the powder into my skin yet, so I'm not writing it off just yet. But this is the issue that I've had every time, and you can see fine lines under my eyes that I don't have either normally. Like when I don't have any makeup on, those lines aren't there. When I do my makeup with my Fenty or any of my, favorite foundations, it's not there. I'm going to go in with the Midnight Cowboy 24-hour or 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil by Urban Decay. Telling you the brand would probably help. I don't know if this shade is still available. I bought it a long time ago. I mean, I bought like 10 of them when they were on clearance, but they might have reformulated them. And I'm only lining my lips just to give myself a guide because I am going to go in with a ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip, and this is in the shade Mess Around, something nobody should do. So, it is brown. I have never used this shade before. It is really, really brown. But I kind of like it. It's like a taupey grayish brown. Oh, Sophie, it's okay. You're almost out of timeout. And then you can go on a nice walk. I love the ColourPop Ultra Satin. I've got them all over my teeth, lips. I think that they are such a comfortable formula. Very pigmented. And they last for a really, really long time. This is a very dark look. I feel like I might want a gloss on top of it. But I don't know what. I'm just going to let it dry for a second. I actually was watching a Shelby Triglia video, and she used Sepia by Anastasia, which I think is a little similar to this. I think Anastasia's is a little bit lighter. And then she put a Buxom lip plumping gloss over top of it, so that's what I'm going to do to see if I like it, because I literally watched that video looking at her lips the entire time. Okay, so... And of course, I don't think I satisfied until I had the actual lip product she used, or how much this looks like it, which is ridiculous, because I don't need any more lip products. But, yeah, it doesn't look exactly like it. I love these Buxom lip glosses. This one is in White Russian. Honestly, to me, I don't think it matters which one you buy, because I think they all look the same once they go on your lips. They're pretty much just a slightly tinted minty lip plumping gloss, but they don't hurt the way that Lip Venom does, in my opinion. I don't like that one at all. There's quite a few of them that I don't like. The Too Faced lip plumper, I know a lot of people like that one. For me, the lip injection, I think. This is just Fix Plus. That one, oh my gosh, my lips just want to fall off when I use it. It's awful. I'm going to try the technique of kind of stamping everything in with my beauty blender and see if that helps the foundation look less horrifying. And we'll see. I'm afraid to almost look at it because I know myself and I know my skin, and I can even look in the viewfinder and tell that It might not look terrible on camera, although I'm pretty sure you guys can tell a difference between my normal, actually I'm going to use different setting spray today. I think you can tell the difference between my normal, like, almost porcelain-y skin with my normal foundation as opposed to, like, this one. So, this is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is like hairspray shellac for your face. And it smells like it too. But it does work. And I think it actually took away some of the cakiness better than the Fix Plus in this case. I'm going to have to repurchase it. I only have that much left of it. I actually really like it. But when I started my channel, I had a few other ones that I wanted to also use up, and then I'd gotten a couple new ones, and then before I knew it, I forgot about it. So it's also appropriate we're using it on Whatever Happened to That Palette Wednesday. So, brush back my baby hairs. I can't wait till they grow out. Okay. No, it looks like absolute crap. It really does. I love the eye makeup. I love the way it turned out. I definitely will do this again. The lips are okay. They're a little bit too brown for me, I think. But the foundation looks horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. And it's not the powder. You guys can clearly, I'm not even going to put on highlighter. A, because I don't think Elvira wore highlighter, but B, because it would just bring the texture just full circle. So, yeah, the Estee Lauder Double Wear for me is going to be a no. I have exact combination skin, but like I said, anything that it can be drying can just cake my face really fast. Anything that is oily can make my face oily really fast. And I also don't really need like a full coverage foundation. So I think sometimes when people who don't need a full coverage foundation use a full coverage foundation, depending on which one it is, I think sometimes it can just look really bad. And it might look okay for photos. It might look okay on camera right now, except for when I pull in close to you guys, but I know you can see some texture that you couldn't see when I started filming with no makeup. So that is my opinion. I still don't really like it. And that's okay, because everybody's different. We all like our own things. I love the Fenty Beauty foundation. Some people think that it's too drying, too matte, too cakey. I think it's amazing. I mix it with everything. So anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed pulling out a palette that you haven't used in a while. And even if you don't have this palette, you can always use any palette that has these shades if you want to follow along, or if you just want to watch, that's okay too. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, like this video, comment down below anything that you want to see on my channel. I always appreciate all of your support. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.